Apple is a multinational technology giant with headquarters in Cupertino, California. The company became an industry leader through the design, development, and sale of consumer electronics, computer software, and online services. Its mission seeks to bring the best products to the market that are designed to meet the needs of everyone worldwide, from the everyday user to skilled professionals. Apple has sought to create the best technology products while also leaving the world in a better condition than when they started. Models and theories will be used in this presentation to critically analyze the management strategy of Apple.
A pestle analysis was conducted on Apple to determine its position within the technology sector. This model consists of a thorough analysis of 5 main issues surrounding political, economic, social, technological, legal, and environmental factors. Production of Apple products currently takes place in China, where, although labour and production costs are currently low, they are set to rise in retaliation to Donald Trump's actions during the US-China trade war, in which he increased tariffs in order to try and bring production back to the US. Stable politics in countries such as Australia minimise this tension. With labour costs set to increase from 2,480 to 2,750 yen in the upcoming biennial minimum wage reviews, production costs are likely to increase, increasing the sale price and reducing the need recognition over low-price competitors, especially considering the economic impacts of COVID-19. Regardless of the 4.8% increase in average weekly earnings in Australia between May 2019 and 20, it is in question as to whether consumers view Apple products as a necessity or a luxury. In Australia, Android is dominant in the market, with 58.8% of smartphone users choosing this operating system. iOS, however, holds 41.4% of the market. Considering iOS consists only of Apple, yet Android supplies its operating system to over 1,300 brands, it is reasonable to say that Apple holds a proportionate section of the market. Consumer concerns usually surround security, value for money, and ethical concerns in the production of products in China. As an industry leader, Apple is usually the first to implement new technologies. It is constantly updating current technology and introducing new accessories to enhance pre-existing products. Security is a major weakness for the company. Two-factor authentication helped to reduce this risk. However, the future capability of three-factor authentication will alleviate this risk altogether. Integration between devices through iCloud and the Apple ID limits the market for new products, such as the Apple iWatch and Apple TV, but enhances the product ranges as a whole, as it allows for the seamless transfer of information between devices. Increased functionality, such as the introduction of PC applications to the iPhone, proved to enhance the product ranges even more. However, competitors have proven that Apple technologies are easy to duplicate. Apple has also received significant backlash for improvements to such items as their laptops by removing input-output interfaces in an attempt to increase functionality. Apple has found that it is difficult to patent new technologies. Although it may be successful in implementing these technologies first, it's not necessarily successful in the patent process, meaning competitors can use these technologies without legal backlash. Increasing privacy regulations acts as both an advantage and disadvantage to the company. If successful in implementing these, they will be able to gain the trust of their consumers once again. Most recently, Apple accepted a settlement of $500 million for a case stating they interfered with older phones to influence buyers into getting newer phones. This is creating a bad reputation for the company alongside other legal actions taken against the company. Apple sells hundreds and thousands of products each day. However, being such a large company, there is no way of alleviating the amount of scrutiny they are under for their impact on the environment. However, Apple is claiming to be implementing new environmental initiatives to reduce the impact of production and all other operating services. They promote their success in areas such as renewable energy use and emission impacts.
Internal analysis. By analyzing Apple's organizational resources, capabilities, and internal structure, we can see Apple's core competencies, competitive advantage, and current situation in the market. Apple's competitive advantage comes in many forms, some of which have evolved to become their signature core competencies, such as its genius customer service, its interconnectivity in a mixed range of products, and their perception of superior products in the tech market working in synchronization with their brand loyalty and past performance. Apple aims to entice new customers in different markets in 140 countries around the world and expand into new industries with the brand recognition to skyrocket them to the top of those industries. Opportunities arise in emerging industries such as artificial intelligence, robotics, driverless vehicles, virtual reality, streaming, radio stations, and podcasting. Past results have been outstanding, with enormous future expectations. Therefore, the goal is to continue to strive upwards and onwards rather than stay still or worse, recede as into the past as new products emerge. Through Vrio Analysis, we can see that their business process automation and competitive employee packages remain fairly standard, giving them a temporary advantage. Their globally popular brand, global distribution and sales network, ecosystem of complementary products, and product design have remained a sustained advantage. However, the product mix diversity and durability and practicality of these products has fallen back to a temporary advantage due to cheaper supplementation. Their customer service, access to user information, artificial intelligence capabilities, and systems set up for rapid innovations such as human resources and their ability to prioritize technological advancement gives them a technological innovation sustained advantage. It is recommended that Apple use its core competencies and competitive advantages discussed above to strategically position themselves to offer technologically advanced products to quickly dominate AI and robotics industries to become a competitor early on in these emerging products.
There are various approaches to Apple development programs, but with similar phases of intervention. The strategic analysis in which was researched was the gap analysis. This analysis technique aims to determine the specific steps of which a company will need to take in order to achieve its goal. In this instance, Apple's current business strategy is product differentiation and international diversification. The external consistency part, which can be referred to as the planning phase, is the first step in the organization's development process. In this phase, Apple seeks to gain knowledge of changes necessary through conducting research using relevant methodologies. The collected data is then analysed and feedback obtained to determine the market climate and customer behavioural challenges. The consultation is key in identifying deficiencies in the Apple's programs and developing their weak areas. The external consistency has been facilitated by the extensive customer involvement strategies of the technology firm. Product differentiation through innovation and development have all been influenced by the customer's past experience with Apple products and services. Apple's external consistency has contributed to the strong global presence and unique iOS innovation. Customers have been brought aboard in helping Apple's innovation efforts to meet the needs of the public. The internal consistency part, which is referred to as the second phase, is the doing phase, where the company is determining its readiness for change based on the planning phase results. In this case, the capability of Apple appeared to be the translation of perceptions into service standards, which led to the gap of consumers' personal needs in iOS. A purpose of conducting an internal analysis like so is to analyse potential conflict amongst different views, as well as being able to validate that the different models support the principles and the objectives. Apple has had the best interests of its stakeholders at the core of its business. Stakeholders are important in helping the company maintain its service standards through its business strategies. The strong internal environment has contributed to the company's inventions and valuation. The focus in internal environment is the stakeholders' interests. This then follows on to the performance strategy part, being the third phase, which is the evaluation phase where different criteria are used. The framework of evaluation categories have to be identified based on the type of evaluation. At this phase, the sustainability of the action change is reviewed and a conclusion on the action research process realised. These changes address the problems identified and the actions to be taken as solutions. Attitudes, assumptions, and available resources must be taken into consideration. In the gap analysis displayed, it's been made evident that the focus needs to be on satisfaction of the stakeholder and the customer, as well as being able to uphold a strong global presence and unique personal computing products and services.
The technology industry is a highly competitive field, Therefore, it is important for a company like Apple to gain competitive advantage. Recommendations can be made on how this can be achieved. Environmental sustainability is a key concern for Apple and is seen in their vision statement. This environmental aspect underpins many of the internal processes of Apple and is a concern throughout their product's lifespan. It is the corporate social responsibility of Apple to ensure environmental sustainability in their manufacturing, distribution, and maintenance processes. This is due to the large quantity of products that they sell and the international scale of their business. There are current strategies that have been set in place to measure their corporate social performance. This can be seen in their annual environmental progress report. There are, however, still areas that can be improved upon, such as the reduction of manufacturing emissions, the removal of plastics from their products, and the implementation of biodegradable options, as well as reducing the amount of harmful chemicals used in their devices. Apple has always been a company that has prided themselves on new and innovative designs. This helps to get consumers interested in their products and creates brand loyalty. In recent years, the general consumer technology market has expanded beyond phones and computers, as demands increase to areas such as security, design, integration, AI, and robotics. These new demands show opportunities where Apple can implement research and development to provide customers with products that are unique and valuable. Apple has succeeded in the past due to the ecosystem of products in its range and their ability to connect and share information. By building upon this system, Apple will be able to entice new customers while retaining their current customer. Another key part of Apple is the customer service and after-purchase support. This is a core capability and strength for Apple and can be used as a tool for differentiation from their competitors. Apple currently offers a range of support, such as their Genius Bars in stores, as well as online chat and over-the-phone customer service. Many other technology companies do not or are not capable of providing the same level of customer support. This means that this is a key strategy for differentiation, and Apple should strive to improve their processes to ensure that this remains a sustainable competitive advantage. By following these recommendations, Apple is more likely to remain one of the leading technology companies in the world.